Right, so welcome. It is now confirmed that Andy Muschietti, the director of It and It Chapter 2, Mama as well, the horror movie, is going to be adapting the Flashpoint for his upcoming Flash movie. Now, this is interesting for a few reasons, because we'd heard rumours and rumblings that the new Wonder Woman 1984 movie would have a Flashpoint-esque sort of narrative in it, and it would be served as like a reboot for the DC universe, the landscape. They don't actually have a name for it, or whatever name it is, it changes from week to week, so we don't know. But now it seems to be confirmed that, well, it is confirmed that we are getting Flashpoint with Andy Muschietti's Flash and Ezra Miller. Now, this is on via the hashtag show, right? So Andy Muschietti was at a screening of Underwater, doing the press tours with it and members of the press and a panel. And in speaking directly to that hashtag show, so this is their exclusive, he confirmed that he will indeed be working on the upcoming Flash movie for DC in 2020. So he's going to start filming this year. And he says categorically, and I quote, "The project will be a different version of Flashpoint than you're expecting." Okay, so what does this mean? Okay, because a lot of people are going like, well, why would they be doing Flashpoint so early on? Now, we'll explore like the good and the bad of this. So, DC's film slate at the moment seems to be all over the place. And that's not necessarily a bad thing currently, because they've made absolutely epic strides with the Joker movie, and for all intents and purposes, Batman is shaping up quite well as well. Like, the cast that they've managed to secure for that is staggeringly good. Really, really, really good. So I have faith in the Batman as well. Wonder Woman 1984, I have less faith in, but that's not such a key factor in terms of, you know, DC and things like that. It's just storyline, and I don't think that's a direct reflection on the DC universe. I think that's quite simply they were trying to make a movie which is a little bit more light-hearted. Whereas the Batman and the Joker, both of those movies, do appear to be of a more grittier, visceral nature. So, that being said, there's no grander connection currently between each movie. So Wonder Woman 1984 is said to be a sequel the same way Indiana Jones movies are sequels to one another. Events happen, but they're not overly referenced. You know, it's not a direct sequel. There's some referencing here and there, maybe. That's it. Joker and Batman, we don't know what's happening with those movies yet in terms of their grander connection to anything else. And so it puts us in a really strange situation, because they're still looking to continue Aquaman. Because, again, they are looking to continue. That made $1 billion as far as I'm aware. They're looking to spin off those movies into The Trench and things like this. But Aquaman has connected with Wonder Woman and has connected with Batman. You know, Batman vs. Superman, which is connected to Man of Steel, which is connected to Justice League. As has Ezra Miller's Flash. So introducing the Flashpoint in the first solo movie for Flash is good and bad. I think it's good from the perspective of them being able to basically just reboot the entire universe that they're looking to have, right? Because the name of the game is the connected universes. I would imagine that's probably what they're going to do. So it's good to reboot that. That is a great mechanism just to wipe the slate clean. Now, obviously, Andy Muschietti says it's a different version of Flashpoint than you're expecting. So let's take the key elements of Flashpoint. The exploration of the Speed Force. Okay. The other key elements would be the Atlanteans and the Amazonian War, and humanity being caught in the middle. And obviously the fact that this happens in an alternate, well, another timeline, another universe, another Earth. So, I don't think those elements will necessarily be part of it. I think the Speed Force will absolutely be a key factor in this brand new Flashpoint movie. I think that goes without saying. But the Amazonian and Atlantean War, I don't think so. I do, however, think that this could link up nicely to the more visceral universe that they've established with Batman and the Joker. I don't see why that can't be a part of it. I don't see why we can't get a cameo from Arthur Fleck. Maybe, because it's not something which they then have to link up and connect to permanently. But it could be a nice, fun little nod. Absolutely could be. And especially with this new Batman movie they're looking to create, I think that could link up quite nicely. We know that they are sort of still approaching it from a semi-unrealistic angle with the villains and things like that. So maybe they could connect it that way. So I think this is good for wiping the slate clean, having some connections further down the line, and just moving forwards with a clean slate. Now, again, I think a lot of people's outrage and kind of concern for this has come from the fact that Flashpoint is massive. It is huge. To do that story justice, you really need more than one movie, I think, personally. And I'm sure most people would agree. However, I don't think they're going to. I don't think that's the approach that they're looking to take. I think Andy Muschietti was careful. He said a different version of Flashpoint than you're expecting. I think he's saying, basically, we're going to use this as an introduction to Ezra Miller's Flash. What we're going to do, we're going to introduce you to the Speed Force because you've met the guy, but now we're going to explore his powers. And it will... Because the thing is with Flashpoint, you can do so much. You know, you can have a really, really emotionally charged movie with the Flashpoint. Flashpoint's relatively emotionally charged anyway. But you can really push it. So for a movie to introduce us to the Flash as a character that we're hopefully going to see more of, regardless of whether you like or dislike Ezra Miller, you'd need something with emotional weight behind it. So I think this is a good approach from that angle for sure. Now, I don't think this is good if they go full out Flashpoint. I think that's super, super wrong. I think that's definitely the wrong thing to do. But I have some faith. Some. Not a lot, mind you, because of course, you know, a lot of people, whenever I say stuff like this, people go, oh, well, you're just a hater. Oh, come on. When have the studios always done what they said they were going to do? And when have the studios not let you down? Come on, please. Studios, as it happens, have let us down an awful lot. So it's not a surprise that people would be a little bit apprehensive of things like this. But I do have faith in Andy Muschietti. Like, he is a good director, although the It movies are, you know, they're fine. But this isn't an It movie, is it? This is a comic book movie. Now, interestingly enough, you know, he's going to be doing the adaptation of The Howling. And I think that is going to be after Flash. So we're going to see this movie come together quite soon, because it is being released next year. Not The Howling, The Flash is. So everyone that kind of got their knickers in a twist about this movie and things like that, I think calm down. I think this movie will serve just to explore the Speed Force. That's all I think it's going to be done. I think we'll have some emotional weight here and there. And then I think that's it. I think it's Speed Force exploration, so we actually get to grips and understand his powers. And then I think some emotional weight behind it, because, you know, we're going through timelines and changing the future and the past and all that nonsense. Amazonian Atlantean War, I definitely highly doubt will be in it. Highly, highly, highly doubt. But the true test will be in Wonder Woman 1984. Because if they introduce anything to do with Flash in that movie, anything, then I think we'll see the Amazonian Atlantean War. And I think that'll be a good gauge of that. Outside of that, I don't think there's anything to worry about. I actually think this is fine news. I think this will be good to wipe the slate clean. Absolutely. I will say, like, it's a shame that they're using Flashpoint to do this, because it is a great storyline. It could be awesome if done correctly. And it is a trait of the DC movies, is that they have taken very, very high, not highbrow, but, you know, highly regarded storylines, like, you know, Batman vs Superman, the death of Superman, things like this, and really condense them down into nothing. So it's a shame that they're doing that again with this. But if they're only taking the very bare bone elements of Flashpoint, it's still something which they can introduce further down the line. So I think this is not bad news, but it remains to be seen. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you are new here, do hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. Turn your notifications on. Please, please do. Anyway, guys, I've Mr. H. Take care.